Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. We can see here a preview of this video, and as always, next is the unboxing. This pair came with this smaller box, and I think this is the future and a good way to ship these sneakers. We can see here some of my sizes in other brands and a closer look of this label. These sneakers are true to size for my feet. We can see that this box has many details and some promises from Adidas. As you can tell, the packaging is a bit more efficient this time, and I like it this way. We don't find anything else in the box. As always, we're gonna start with the left foot. As you can tell, they did lost some stack from the previous version, and I'm not a big fan of that because they reduce the materials and they are making bigger prices. The previous version was 100 euros and dollars. This one is $100 and 110 euros here in Spain. The previous version I think is a better buy right now, so you should check those instead of these ones. Here I'm checking a bit this foam, how it is. If I have to compare this boost, I will compare it with the Ultra Boost 21 or 22, and the other foam is a bit more firm than Boost. We can see here the sole. Basically, this is the major problem that I find in these sneakers. I think this is the first time when I'm seeing a sole this thin on Adidas. This reminds me of Nike. And I believe that even those had slightly thicker soles. In the center of the sole we have some exposed foam. The other side has Boost. In the shop we can see the older version also. I think they are the same or very similar. I don't like that now they are using this excuse to make lower quality products. They are keep saying this with sustainable, but if you think a little bit better, you will notice that they are doing exactly the opposite. If you don't put a thicker sole, that sneaker won't last as much, so you will have to buy 2 or 3 pairs instead of 1 pair, and this means more materials use it and more money for them, and you will spend more in the end. Of course, this is made now by every brand. It's not only Adidas, don't get me wrong. The trick is to come with the trail version of the sneaker. Basically they are coming with the trail version. Those are a bit more expensive, so if you want to last a bit more, you buy the trail version and you spend more than in the past, although the trail version would be the normal shoe from 2 years ago, you know. I always think, how can we stop this greediness? Because it's not something else, it's just they want more money. That's the problem, you know. And the funny thing about trail version, even those they are losing from thickness. So how can you explain this? I personally encourage people to buy when they are on sale or in outlets. Don't buy them at the full price. They don't worth the money, you know. And other thing will be, don't write reviews, fakes, just because you want 20% off from that price. Don't do that. Don't be that guy, you know. Other thing that I should mention is not something new. You know, they are relying on internet to sell products. So make a difference in between fake reviews and honest reviews. Don't make a channel that is paid to grow as hell, because at the end is about our future and our children's future. The kind of channels that I'm talking about, they are the kind of channels that they are receiving these new sneakers first time. They are always them, and that first review is very important for the rest of the world and how that pair of sneakers it will sell in the future. And they will avoid to say the real problems that a sneaker it has. I'm not saying they are all of them the same, but just be careful. Like here in this shot with these edges that are having exposed foam, I don't see the point for them. Those details can affect the longevity of this shoe. Having these insoles on my hands, I noticed something weird. I don't know if the previous version had the same, but with these ones I did notice this thing. In front of the insole, where is the toe box, they are thicker, and on the back they are half of the thickness or even less. I don't have an instrument to measure them, but I feel that when I'm touching with my fingers that they are not having the same thickness all over the insole. We can see the label inside of these sneakers. They are made in Indonesia, and in this shot we can see a bit better the laces and the upper that they have on these sneakers. About the laces, I like them. They are very strong. They feel that they will last, so nothing to complain. They have good elasticity, and I hope they will keep it this way in the future. The material that we can find on the footbed is a bit hard, and it feels like felt, if you know that material. In the shot we can see the tongue a bit better. I like it. The thickness is okay. It is perforated, and I wish it was perforated inside also, because that it makes it more airy. Here the thickness is around 1.5 millimeters, and here is around 3 millimeters, I think. I noticed that this pair somebody used it in the past because it has a mark on this collar, if you notice. Well, yeah. And now it's time to measure them, just to know how much they have exactly, these insoles and soles. So far this pair, I think it had the longest insole in this size, so these for me are really true to size and just a bit larger than usually we seen on Adidas. But I will still keep this size and not try to go half size down, because I like this space. I don't think it's too much. Here we are checking these sneakers to see how is the weight on them. Obviously they lost some weight because the soles are thinner than in the past. The midsoles the same, they are thinner, so how can you not lose weight when you are keep adding less materials? In the shot we can see the previous version here. And now I will try to show you how they look, these insoles, in comparison with my feet. This is a good way to make yourself a better idea how they are in size. My feet in comparison with these insoles, they are a bit more wider, but that's okay because inside of the shoes I have plenty of space. In the shot you can see a bit better what kind of arch I have and the instep that I have. That is also very important when you are choosing a pair of sneakers or shoes in general. This shot is in real time because I wanted to show you how much time you need to take them in and out. I didn't find the issues. I think they have a good opening and they are well made in general, except that sole, which is crazy thin. Yeah, here I noticed that they are a bit too large and I have to use another hole to give them the right size. Here I'm trying to figure out how they are in comfort and the cushioning. That is the most important for me in general. The first thing that I notice is that on the heel they feel a bit hard to my heels, so that's the first thing that I noticed. Yeah, right there on the back, it's like the materials, they are a bit too hard, or I don't know. And also I think they are a bit too tall, not by much, but they are going a bit too up on the back. In general, with Ultra Boost I didn't have these issues, I didn't notice these things. Otherwise the length and width is almost perfect, if not perfect for me, on these sneakers. In the shot we can see them from the lower angle. This is a better way to see them on my feet. Another thing that I notice, and I like it, is that they are not very sticky, these soles. In comparison with Continental that I've seen in the past, these ones are better. And now about the cushioning, well, it does remind me of Ultra Boost 21 and 22. It's a bit firm because you are seeing this thick midsole and you are thinking they have plenty of cushioning. Well, they have, but not that much as you might think. I wish they had more. In the past they had more midsole. So pros and cons. Well, for pros, they have a low price. Well, low. It's a bit more than in the past, but you know how it is these days. Every new pair will be a bit more expensive than the previous one. For some reason, it happens. At least here in Spain, they are more expensive with 10 euros more. They are better than the other one? Well, actually they aren't. The other one I will recommend to buy instead of this one. That's the truth, you know. The last version, I actually gave it as a gift to someone else, and the person that received it had been using it the entire summer without any issues. So I think they are good value for money, those. They aren't perfect. Don't imagine that they are like Ultra Boost. That one has a bit thicker sole, better comfort, and the cushioning is a bit better on that one. In general, I like it the way it is. They made it pretty well, to say the truth. I like the materials overall. The only bad thing with this is that sole, you know, that is the only problem that I have with them, to be honest. The rest of it is okay. It's not perfect. It has less cushioning than in the past, but it's acceptable, to say the truth. In this shot we can see a comparison with the Solarglide 5. Well, those, they are very similar with these ones. The only difference with those, where is the toe box, they have a little bit more cushioning in comparison with these ones. But I had issues with the tongue. That tongue drives me nuts. That tongue is a mistake. It's poorly made, and I will recommend these ones over those Solarglide. So don't waste your money on Solarglide. Buy these ones if you really want something, you know, cheaper than Ultra Boost 5 or 1 or you name it. Also, Solarglide has stickier soles. I didn't like those soles. They are like suction cups, you know. So where do I recommend to use this Supernova 2.0? Well, I think somewhere inside it won't be a big issue. I mean, if you want to go to the gym or somewhere where you need them inside, they are okay, but on the concrete they won't last too much. Those are very thin soles, and that is that, you know. They are thin, they won't last. That's easy to understand. So my final thoughts on them. Well, if you really want to buy Supernova, try the other one, see if you like them, and I think those are a better value for money if you want Supernova. If not, add a bit more money or search in outlets for Ultra Boost 5. Those are a safe buy in my opinion. They have better cushioning than these ones, and I think those are worth the money a bit better. I think I will end here this video. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. If you have any questions, please let me know. I don't mind to answer them. Please consider to subscribe because it's so important for me, or at least drop a like if this video you like it, and see you next time. Have a nice day. Take care of you.